It says, "Hi, Brock. Hopefully this is a simple one for you. I'm looking for the most romantic spot in Chattanooga that is not well known. I want to really wow this girl that I'm seeing and hopefully show her somewhere new, but she's from the area, so it's going to be tricky. Have you learned of any spots or places that fit this criteria? I'm looking forward to the insight. Signed, a hopeful romantic." This is a good one, right?
I like this one, yeah. Thank you so much for writing this in, Anonymous. I love connecting with hopeful romantics because I am one myself. Let me just dive in and say the first thing that a lot of people do, a lot of guys do on dates, is play out the restaurant scene. And it's a little bit of a played out thing. Not saying the Chattanooga restaurant scene is played out, but just the idea or the lacking of creativity that goes into taking somebody out on a date to a restaurant. Guys, we can do a little bit better than that. We really can. We do have some really, really lovely restaurants. I'll just give a couple of shout outs of some of my favorites, some of the best ambiance, little sexy little things like that. I think Alea is probably the most attractive restaurant we have in Chattanooga, and nothing really even comes close. Maybe Easy Bistro in terms of food quality, but in terms of atmosphere, Alea is definitely going to be right up there. I do like Whiskey Thief for a nice cocktail. You can always go up there.
Views.
Without a doubt. I mean, you also have the Paloma Bar up in the West End. That's a very nice view, but it's not the same as Whiskey Thief. But what I want to do is when we get back from the music and commercial break, I'm going to give you a couple of, as you asked for, a couple of hacks, couple of ideas, some things that are really going to wow her, especially if she has been in the area for a long time. She's likely gone to all these places that I've already mentioned. I'm going to give you a couple of places that she probably hasn't and things that will kind of set you apart from anybody that she's ever met in her past.
Right. And Brock, we have a hopeful romantic who wrote in. He's trying to wow this girl that he's seeing. She's from the area. I don't know if he's from the area or not, but either way, he's trying to look for the most romantic spot that is not well known. Kind of wants to surprise her a little bit. We've named some great restaurants, of course, wonderful views. The dining here in Chattanooga really does kind of separate from other cities. We're lucky here. We're spoiled almost. But what about the spots that people might not know of right now?
Sure.
So we're going to let some cats out of the bag, I guess, but that's what he's asking for. So let's help him out.
Yeah, I kind of keep the following suggestions a little bit close to my chest. I give those really just to my clients, but I'm going to let everybody in on just a few of these. So I'm a big advocate, gentlemen, for curating an experience, not just going to some place that's already pre-set up and you just show up. Of course, that sounds nice. It sounds easy. Hey, all the hard work's done. But what's going to really set you apart is her seeing that you are taking the time to craft an experience. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you just a couple of places and a couple of things that I like to do. I'll tell you the most recent that I've done. There is a lavender and zinnia field or farm on Flat Top Mountain. I think it costs like maybe $10 to go up there. It's so picturesque. It's absolutely stunning. She's going to want to take photos. This is something you want to do during the day. It is very romantic. Sometimes they're doing like picnic type of things, but if they're not, just bring your own stuff. Stop at the grocery store, stop at Whole Foods, grab some charcuterie things, grab a blanket, bring your camera if you got one, and just enjoy a couple of hours up there. They're making like lavender teas. They're doing lemonade. They're doing all sorts of stuff. They have a couple little things like soap and all that type of stuff. That's a really, really fun, unique experience that not a lot of guys know about. So guys, sure. That's my first hack. Here's the next one, and this is probably my favorite. Now, I said let's curate some experiences. We have some really beautiful views. This is the scenic city. Take some food, go like in the evening, grab like a pizza, something like that, grab a couple of drinks, non-alcoholic, because the place I'm going to mention, you can't take any alcohol there. Go to some of the overlooks. You can go to Sunset Rock. You can go to some of the overlooks that are on Lookout and Signal Mountain. Grab a couple of those candles that aren't actual candles. They're just like little fake lit ones. Mm-hmm. Grab like 6 or 7 of those and just kind of set them out. Have them already there. Have them in your back pocket. And just have a picnic overlooking some of these gorgeous views that you cannot get anywhere else. Make sure that it's going to be a comfortable place. Make sure you're bringing a blanket. Make sure you maybe bring a couple of blankets just so it's really nice and easy. But those types of things are going to be probably the most romantic that she's going to experience with you because it's coming from you. She wants to see your creativity. She wants to see that you're able to do something that's not just already set up that everybody else is doing. Finding these little nooks and crannies, creating a romantic experience from maybe a place that's a little bit unassuming is going to set you completely apart. Now, what's also really cool is there are a couple of date planning businesses or some picnic planning businesses in Chattanooga that can also help you curate a really fun experience. But guys, I understand this does take a lot of work. You're probably really busy. If you are looking for a few more places, the Art District is a really fun spot to go. Grab a little coffee over at Rembrandt's, walk around the art. That's a really easy, really fun little date. Do it in the evening. It's a little bit more romantic for sure. Just walking our city. Our city's so gorgeous. Yeah. You'd be really surprised just going over to the balcony area of the Hunter Museum with a little bit of ice cream. Just going over there, those little things stand out and solidify memories for her with you, and it makes such a memorable experience. And if you're really trying to stand out, just do those things consistently. And I'm doing this very intentionally, consistently, guys. A grand gesture isn't enough. You need to be doing these things consistently. You need to be showing that you care, that you're putting her not always first, but because you have to be on your purpose, but that you're putting the relationship on a high level, that you are willing to invest, and that you have some special little tricks up your sleeve. But yeah, those are just a couple of the places, a couple of the techniques that I like to utilize. My wife has really loved these experiences as well. Mm-hmm. But if you want a few more, always feel free to email me, message me on Instagram and Facebook, something like that. And I can always work depending on what it is that she likes or doesn't like, and we can come up with a really creative date idea together.
Cool. Yeah, and we always post up those links on our website, too, that you can find Brock nice and easy. BrockOlsen.com, of course, but hits96.com is posted up there. It really seems just like that little extra effort, even if she's from the area. Maybe she's been, of course, who hasn't been to Sunset Rock that lives here? Sure. Because it is, but yeah, who's been there with extra candles and those blankets and everything thrown in the trunk that she didn't know about? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden it's like, no, we're going to have a picnic, not just watch the sun, but we're going to, I like the extra effort. I think that can go a long way. Like
it does. It absolutely does. Yeah.
And it proves to her that she's, he's trying.
He's really trying.
He's trying.
Yeah. Like
making it different.
Because the last thing you want is to go into a place and like the bartender says, "Hey, Al, good to see you again." Like, oh man. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Same old. Thank you, Brock, for the advice. Thank you to the Hopeful Romantic who wrote in. Again, out there, if you have a question for Brock, as simple as that, all you have to do is email us, Gino, Gino, at WDODradio.com. Brock, thanks for the advice. Thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, Gino. Thank you.